The moon doesn't just reflect light, it reveals the truth. Let's pull back the curtain and reveal what truth is being exposed with this full moon in Aquarius. Hey guys, and welcome back to the Astro Lounge. I am your host and fellow astrologer, Jessie Jupiter. I study traditional Western astrology as well as have a strong love for health and wellness. Welcome to the channel where I combine my strong love for health and wellness with my strong love for astrology. Meanwhile, revealing the secrets behind what the moon is trying to tell us. And if you stick around to the end of this video, I will have a 3-card collective tarot reading just to get an alternative energy perspective as we are moving through this very cosmic energy. So without further ado, I bring to you on July the 29th, a full moon in the air sign of Aquarius. Bringing up the chart here now, I am currently filming this video on Sunday, July the 19th. And on this day, up until about the 24th, we have a brief window just before this full moon in Aquarius. We have this window predicted by the French astrologer that this would be a massive shift for humanity. Barbault, the French astrologer, predicted the pandemic of 2020. His name was given to the geometric shape that forms this basket. This geometric shape that is the configuration of outer planets, all in harmonious aspect to one another, each at 4 degrees within their position. Barbault predicted that this would be a massive shift away from old, outdated structures where humanity was built on faulty foundations and moving the collective toward a new future of innovation and working in collaboration, working in tandem with one another. This is a massive shift that is going to be taking place just before this full moon in Aquarius. And we've been experiencing Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. Pluto is the planet of death and rebirth. It's restructuring in the house of Aquarius, the 11th house, which represents humanity, represents the collective, represents society, slowly stripping away outdated structures. And what we are experiencing during this full moon is Pluto is going to be conjunct the full moon in Aquarius. The most difficult aspect that is taking place during this full moon in Aquarius is Pluto retrograde conjunct this full moon in Aquarius in the 11th house in a tight opposition to Jupiter conjunct the Sun in Leo in the 5th house. This opposition is a power struggle between the individual and the deep need to express yourself, be seen, be validated, be put on a pedestal. Jupiter expands everything that it touches, and in Leo, this is expanding the need for self-expression, the deep need to be seen for your inner vitality of your true gifts, your soul purpose, and needing to be put on a pedestal for it, needing to be in the spotlight. And this could lead to overperformance. Leo is very much about performance. It's about center stage. It is about being in the spotlight. And this is opposing Pluto conjunct the moon in Aquarius. This is the collective. This is the collective as a whole and how it is that you contribute. Are you becoming a part of the solution and using your gifts, your natural gifts and talents that you possess and using them for the greater good? Or are you becoming part of the problem instead of the solution? Becoming a problem by either suppressing your natural gifts, hiding your natural gifts, avoiding your natural gifts, or using your natural gifts for personal gain, instead of using those gifts to help humanity move forward in a more sustainable way. Pluto conjunct this full moon in Aquarius in the 11th house points to a massive transformational breakdown and release for humanity. Opposing Jupiter in Leo, conjunct the sun, this is us coming to the realization that when you suppress a human's creativity, you suppress humanity. Humans' creativity is the key to survival. The creativity that lives within you is life source. It is energy. It is potent energy. Incredibly strong, especially right now with being expanded by Jupiter. If that energy is suppressed and withheld and kept inside of you, this is more harmful than good. When that energy is released and it is shared, it creates more life, more vitality, healing in nature. But what has happened? There is many things that are taking place within this day and age, and it's clear as day that humans are experiencing the suppression of creativity. This is creating this pressure that is building up within each individual, and it is creating this deep desire to express yourself, a deep need to reveal to the world your skills, your gifts, your life source energy. But there has been a lot of fear, judgment, competition, rivalry. Aside from this, if we're able to utilize this energy properly with Jupiter and Leo and understand that we have these skills, give up the competition. No more competition. If you want to compete with someone, compete with yourself. But understand that you were given these gifts not only for your own personal enjoyment and the enjoyment of others, but they were given to you for a responsibility. With comes great power comes responsibility. And if you're able to utilize that power that you do have with these gifts and these skills and these talents that you have, and instead of either suppressing them or harboring them or using them for your own personal gratification or a self-fulfilling prophecy, using them to be put on a pedestal, instead turning them outward, sharing them with the world, sharing them with your loved ones, your friends, the collective, and sharing it in such a way where you are spreading life. You are spreading your gifts. You are sharing your knowledge and your skills. And it is actually contributing and becoming a part of the solution for the collective rather than a problem for the collective. If you are harboring this creativity and letting it fester within inside of you and having the mentality of, I must be the best, I must be significant, I must be greater than, that is more harmful to you than good, because you create an internal burn, an internal anguish within yourself that it doesn't burn anybody else, it burns the individual. So keep that in mind. It does have an effect on the collective because, believe it or not, we need each other. We need each other. We need each other's skills. Everyone has unique skills and individual sets of skills that others do not possess, which is true. Some have strengths and weaknesses that others do not possess. And this is why we are meant to utilize each other and actually come together and learn from each other. Doesn't mean we can't learn these other skills. Doesn't mean we can't develop new skills. This is why we have different sets of skills, so that we can learn from one another. but also so that we can contribute to one another and create society that is functional. Another challenging aspect that is taking place during this full moon is we have a square taking place between Mars in Gemini in the 3rd, and we have Venus in Virgo in the 6th. And this is a conflict that is going on between the need to be right and the willingness to fight to be right, and impulsivity in communication, the possibility of saying things that you don't mean just out of pure rage, and the difference between this and the need for logistics, the need for logic, the need for perfectionism, the need for order. The whole message here is, would you rather be right or happy? What do you get out of being right? Nothing. You just get to be right. And it's important here to understand that it is, first off, okay to be wrong. Mistakes are actually progress. Mistakes are something that you can learn from. It's an opportunity for growth. And as far as order, if things get out of order, you can just reorganize it. Doesn't have to be right away, but it's about building a new routine so that you can learn how to restructure things in a more orderly fashion that is more pleasing to you. But do you need everything to be in order to be happy? Is it something that you can't live with? You can't live without? You must have order. Can you be a mess and still be happy? We have a harmonious aspect taking place, a grand trine between Pluto in Aquarius, Neptune in Aries, and we have Uranus in Gemini. And this is creating a grand trine with fire and air energy fueling us, giving us the innovation and the creative insight, the vision, but also the courage to take action through this huge transformation that we are going through as a collective. If we can harness this energy and lean into the support that it is trying to provide for us, and we use that creative insight, and we allow those visions and those ideas to come through to us, and we write them down, and we express them, and we talk about it, and we share it, this is what we can really lean into to help get us through this challenging transformation. And we're all going through this massive transformation all at the same time, collectively, as individuals, right beside each other. And it is amazing to see so many people wake up to their natural creativity that has been buried. During this full moon in Aquarius, we will also be experiencing the shifting of the nodes on the same axis as this full moon, where the North Node will be shifting into Aquarius. And I natally have my North Node in Aquarius in my first house, so this is very potent for me. And the South Node shifting into Leo. And this is urging us to move away from the understanding of me to the understanding of we. It is now less about the individual and more about the collective. Seeing the big picture and seeing that you are a part of that big picture. You are not separate. You are a part. So that's what I have for the astrology, you guys. And now we're going to move into the anatomy that is ruled by Aquarius. The anatomy that is ruled by Aquarius. Aquarius rules the lower legs, the circulatory system, connective tissue, the fascia in the body, the nerves, and although Capricorn rules the tendons, specifically Aquarius rules the Achilles tendon. And this is so significant to this video and this content today due to the fact that no matter how strong someone is, how resilient and powerful they are, feeling invincible, they still contain an Achilles tendon. Proven that we are all human and we all, in fact, have a weakness. For the legs and the lower body, very important to get moving. Get up, walking, running, dancing, jumping, getting the circulatory system moving, the blood flowing. Sitting down for long periods of time does have consequences. And sitting down is also one of the most unnatural things that us humans tend to do. So it is very important to implement times where you are getting up to walk around and do things where you are stationary and not always just sitting, because this creates stagnancy within the body and it can create a lot of discomfort. Hydration, very important. Also stretching. Stretching is really beneficial, especially with fascia work and the connective tissue within the body. Fascia and connective tissue in your body, there are wonderful somatic exercises that you can do, and there's yoga. There is also fascia work that you can do in order to open up and release any stored tension and trauma within the body. Fascia work not only helps you look younger, but it helps you feel younger. And it's a huge release from burdens that you probably didn't even know that you were carrying. As for the nerves, very important to get rest, get plenty of sleep. Do not talk yourself out of sleep. Very important because your brain is constantly sending messages to the rest of your body to function. And if your brain is not getting the proper amount of rest, then it does affect the rest of your body. All right, guys, moving now into our tarot card reading. I have pulled our 3 cards, and first off, right off the bat, we have got the Tower. And the Tower very much points to Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. And the Tower represents shocking upheaval, shocking change, sudden awakening, sudden revelations, massive transformation and change that is undergoing. This is the energy that 100% represents what we are currently navigating through with Pluto in Aquarius. Sudden, shocking change. Next, we have the 2 of Cups, and this points to a strong collaboration, whether it be with yourself and a team, or yourself and another partner, or just simply yourself and your higher self collaborating, creating a strong support system where you have shared emotions, shared values, and a shared vision. This is exactly the energy that we are moving towards, away from that Leo nature of only thinking about the identity of the self and moving towards how you can contribute to the greater good for the collective and working in collaboration with other. 4 of Wands, and the 4 of Wands is about a celebration. After a period of time of hard work and struggle, finally being able to celebrate the fruits of your labor and celebrating the fruits of that labor with the collective, with your friends, with your family, being able to take time from your hard work and celebrate your hard work. Take time to smell the roses and celebrate for yourself. If it is the validation and being put on a pedestal and being seen, celebrate yourself. See yourself. See the fruits of your labor. That is the most important recognition that you are ever going to need, is your own self-recognition. Actually feeling proud of your success, no matter how small or how big. Always having the ability to feel proud of your success, because at the end of the day, it's yours and no one can take that from you. So celebrate your wins with the Four of Wands. So last but not least, I am going to pull for you guys a Alchemy card. Since we are moving through a very transformative time and we are navigating through some very difficult breakthroughs and awakenings and challenges, I thought it would be a good opportunity to pull an Alchemy card. So we have actually pulled the card Uranus, which happens to be the ruling planet of Aquarius. So what better Alchemy card to pull than Uranus? And it says, when Uranus strikes, we are in for a surprise, not in the outer world, but in ourselves. What wasn't possible before is possible now, thanks to Uranus and its ability to shatter our perceptions. This shift in perspective or identity brings newfound freedom and opens up dormant energy. For an alchemist, this may be experienced as a long-awaited aha moment or a sudden stroke of genius. Inventions and innovations are born under Uranus energy. This card may also appear to show us what is particularly unique about ourselves or another. A seemingly random quality may end up being the secret ingredient needed in the laboratory. The alchemist knows this radical energy isn't sustainable, and so the work is to show up each day, whether or not Uranus strikes. That's exactly what I'm talking about. The aha moment, the innovation, the secret ingredient that you didn't know that you had within you. That's what's coming through. That's beautiful. So that's what I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you click and subscribe and become a part of this collective. And leave me comments down below. I would love to know how this energy is affecting you. And hit that notification bell. That way you can get updated on when I release a new video. And until next time, I hope that this full moon in Aquarius brings forth the aha moment that you've been waiting for, the clarity, that defining moment, revelation, that liberation to help set you free. And until next time, I will see you in my next video. Keep looking up. Bye for now.